Cool. I gotta say, my favorite algorithm of all time is the shoelace algorithm, which is a way to calculate the area of a polygon just based on its points, and this really elegant way of just multiplying and adding them and subtracting them. You can visualize it as like a set of triangles or like shoelaces going up a shoe. So it just has this like really intuitive explanation of how it works under the hood, and super easy to make, which is always fun.
There's like a few data structures that I like DSUs that are really fun to implement, and I also like making recursive descent passes. Although I do find sometimes the questions that involve them can be like simplistic. It's like the implementation itself I find enjoyable. Bit manipulation is the other big one that I really like. There's a lot of cool tricks that you can do, and I really like questions which rely upon bitwise operations and such. I find them very interesting, and I often add them into questions when I don't need to, just because I like to. I don't know.
Oh, this is a bit of a strange trick, and not one you usually see in competitive programming. But sometimes on LeetCode, there are questions where you have to solve a problem with limited space complexity. For example, you have to find the duplicate of a list, but in O of one space. So, a bunch of elements, only one of them's repeated, find that element. And the trick for the question is to use the array or data structure you get and mutate it in some way to encode information without using any extra space. It's sort of like making the most of what you have, which is super challenging. Sometimes you have to get really creative with the ways that you're manipulating your data structures to be able to convey the information you want. I know linked lists have a lot of uses here for these kinds of questions. Yeah, they always surprise me with the ways to solve them. I think I can solve one when I bring one up, and it turns out to be completely different to what I'm planning. So it's always full of surprises.
Probability, I don't understand it. We usually do very poorly with probability questions, and yeah, there's just so much room for error, I feel. It's hard to wrap my head around how it all works. So I think that all of us anti-probability.
Yeah. No. Or even combinatorics in the same light. I mean, anything where you just have to be multiplying a bunch of stuff and there's tons of room for error, you run into tons of annoying bugs.
I feel like I actually really like combinatorics, even though
Really?
I dislike probability.
Yeah.
I'm not good at it, I just like it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.